Want to completely bypass those dreaded, endless DMV wait times and secure your California driver's license with absolutely zero stress? Well, you are in the right place. Welcome. This explainer is your ultimate insider's playbook for mastering the DMV's online booking system, and we're going to turn what's usually a frustrating chore into a really quick, predictable victory for you. Look, we all know that universal pain point, right? Pulling a little paper ticket, sitting in a hard plastic chair for 3 hours just praying for your number to be called over the loudspeaker. It is a massive drain on your day. But today, the digital scheduling portal is going to be your ultimate time-saving weapon. Let's look at exactly how to use it.
All right, here is our quick playbook for today. We'll cover the digital DMV advantage, your pre-booking checklist, our step-by-step scheduling guide, pro tips for faster booking, troubleshooting common portal issues, and finally, game day and beyond. Let's dive right in.
Section 1, the digital DMV advantage, or as I like to call it, skipping the physical counter entirely. So over the last few years, the DMV has systematically shifted a lot of routine tasks online, specifically to free up physical counter space. You might have actually heard of a feature called Get in Line. It's basically a virtual queuing protocol for your standard same-day visits. Say you just need to renew your vehicle registration. Jumping in that virtual line works perfectly. But, and this is a really critical distinction, behind-the-wheel driving examinations are strictly barred from those walk-ins. To actually get in the car with an examiner, you absolutely require a pre-scheduled appointment without exception.
Moving to Section 2, your pre-booking checklist. It's time to gather your intel.
Before you even think about opening your web browser, it is absolutely crucial to have your exact documents sitting right there on your desk. Why? Because the portal uses dynamic, real-time database validation. So you need to make sure your instruction permit number, your exact legal name, your birth date, and your contact info are perfectly typed out. Literally, a single typo in your name that doesn't match the printed text on your permit will result in some incredibly frustrating real-time errors that will completely block your booking. So, double-check that.
Now, you also need to understand your eligibility timeline, which depends entirely on how old you are. If you're a minor under 18, you are strictly governed by the Graduated Driver License Framework. This means you absolutely must hold your instruction permit for a full 6 months and log 50 hours of supervised practice, including 10 at night, before you can even take the test. On the flip side, if you're an adult 18 or older, the very second you pass your written test and get that permit in your hands, you can schedule your road test immediately.
Section 3, Step-by-Step Scheduling Guide. Let's actually make the booking.
Okay, here is the exact sequence of clicks you need so you don't accidentally end up in the wrong examiner queue. Step 1, simply head over to the official site dmv.ca.gov. Step 2, navigate to and click on Appointments. And Step 3, please pay attention to this one, select the Behind-the-Wheel Drive Test option. Do not select Office Visit or Written Test, because if you do, you will definitely be turned away on game day. Once you're safely in the right queue, a really massive time saver is utilizing the portal's geographic search feature. The interface actually lets you select up to 3 different field offices at the exact same time. This instantly lets you compare their calendars. So, if your local city branch is fully booked out for months, selecting a slightly more remote branch a few towns over might reveal a wide-open slot for next week. It's a fantastic way to totally bypass localized backlogs.
Section 4, Pro Tips for Faster Booking. I like to think of these as our insider cheat codes. So, according to the actual operational traffic patterns at the DMV, your optimal booking window is midweek. We're talking Tuesday through Thursday mornings, right around opening time from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. This aligns perfectly with clean administrative queues. You absolutely, positively want to avoid the peak volume windows. That means Mondays, Fridays, and especially those shift change lunch hours between 11:30 a.m. and 2 p.m.
And here is another brilliant insider trick we've seen floating around community forums. The DMV scheduling engine actually releases canceled appointments back into the active pool in real time. So, checking the portal late at night, say around 10 p.m. or later, or even super early around 6 a.m., is a fantastic strategy for snatching up those sudden cancellations from other users. It's kind of like a digital scavenger hunt. Now let's talk about avoiding unnecessary costs, because who doesn't love saving a few bucks? If you need to pay an application fee or a retest fee, the DMV's payment structure transfers card processing overhead directly onto you. So always use a direct bank e-check online if you possibly can. That processing channel has a 0% surcharge. If you use a credit or debit card online, it hits you with a 1.95% fee, and it actually jumps up to 2.1% if you swipe that card in person at the office. Keep your money in your own pocket, right?
All right, Section 5. Troubleshooting common portal issues. because we all know we need to beat the glitches.
Look, even the best administrative systems have technical hiccups. If you open the portal and the scheduling calendar simply will not load, first make sure your browser has JavaScript enabled. If the calendar does load but literally 0 slots appear, remember to expand that geographic search radius we talked about. Now, if you need to change your appointment dates, please try to cancel at least 24 to 72 hours in advance to release the slot for someone else. And hey, if all digital avenues completely fail you, the DMV operates an automated 24/7 phone line at 1-800-777-0133 as your trusty old-school backup.
Let's also quickly address a very common concern: what actually happens if you fail the test? Well, if a minor fails, they face a mandatory 14-day waiting period, which is just to ensure they get some more practice time in, plus a $9 retest fee before they can even rebook. Adults 18 and older, however, have no statutory waiting period at all. You can reschedule immediately if a slot is open, and it's just a slightly cheaper $7 retest fee.
Finally, Section 6, Game Day and Beyond. Passing the pre-drive check.
Securing the appointment online is really only half the battle. Imagine this, waiting months for your test date, showing up perfectly prepared, only to be sent home from the parking lot before the examiner even gets in your car. Ouch. Your vehicle absolutely must pass a strict pre-drive mechanical inspection. A bald tire, a temporary donut spare, a cracked windshield right in your line of sight, or a broken brake light will result in an immediate administrative cancellation. Do yourself a favor and test all of these items in your driveway a few days prior.
Furthermore, if you happen to be testing in a newer car, you must ensure that all active safety assists, we're talking automated parallel parking, adaptive cruise control, active lane departure prevention, are completely disabled. While standard passive backup cameras are perfectly fine to use as long as you're still looking over your shoulder, active systems are strictly prohibited. Why? Because the examiner needs to evaluate your actual manual driving skills, not your car's computer.
As we start to wrap up, please remember this explainer is completely accurate based on official protocols as of our publication today, July 30, 2026. But you know how it goes. Administrative processes can and do shift, so you should always verify the absolute latest updates directly on the official California DMV website before you finalize your booking.
Armed with this playbook, you now know exactly how to prep your documents, smoothly navigate the portal, optimize your time slots, and make sure your vehicle is 100% compliant. If you found this explainer helpful in cutting through the red tape, please give it a like, share it with a friend who is learning to drive, and subscribe for more highly practical guides. So ask yourself, are you going to keep waiting around in the standby line, or are you ready to hack the system and take control of your drive? Good luck out there.